Hey guys, this is Paul Bascarla, and I'm here with a Geek exclusive with Mega Ran. How are you, sir?
I'm great, Paul. How are you?
Good. So for the fans out there that don't know who you are, what do you do? How did this all come about? How did you become a Nerdcore rapper?
Well, I was the world's greatest mailman for a long time. And then eventually I was struck by a bolt of lightning and hit with a Mega Man Mega Buster. And something gave me the idea to rap about video games and cartoons and comics and all the things that had inspired me as a youth. And that's how it began. I used to call myself Random, and I made a Mega Man album and became Mega Ran, and we just put it all together. And from there, it's just been a crazy, wild ride, from tours to, making music and videos. I was a teacher, and I was lucky enough to, I guess, have enough work where I was able to quit my teaching job and become a full-time rapper. And that's kind of where I am now, which is a pretty amazing thing.
Now, speaking of being a teacher, what did you teach when you were a teacher, and why did you stop teaching and become a rapper instead of doing that?
Well, I taught 7th grade and 8th grade reading language arts, they call it, which is reading comprehension, and a little bit of history. I enjoyed it. I love teaching. I love kids. But I was also making music on the side at the same time. So I didn't exactly start making music once teaching was over. I was always doing it for fun. And then I made this album called Black Materia, which I wish I could go and grab out of my bag. But just to kind of show you for reference. But I made this album called Black Materia, which was the Final Fantasy VII, like a mashup remix album with all hip-hop stuff. And it got attention from a lot of strange places, from TV to podcasts to, magazines, just all sorts of sources. And it was on the front page of Reddit one day, and then the rest was kind of history. And so it was just me taking what I love to do, and doing it because I liked it. And it just turned into my job, only in America. Well, only on the internet, rather.
So a lot of people also don't know that you were actually, I believe, licensed by Capcom?
Yes, pretty crazy story. After the Mega Man album, Capcom actually contacted me, and I thought they were going to sue me. I thought they were ready to bring the hammer down. But they told me that they enjoyed what I was doing. They thought it was very tasteful and creative and was a proper homage to Mega Man, and I was honored. And a movie wanted to use my music in it, and they said, we can't use it without a license. And so I talked to Capcom, and they were able to give me a full, exclusive, free license to use Mega Man tunes and to continue to sample Capcom material. So it's a pretty crazy thing. Ever since then, we've had a real great relationship. So, that's something I never would have imagined,
Now, a lot of people know you out in the Nerdcore world doing Sega games and other things like that. Have you done anything outside of that kind of realm with your music?
Oh, yeah. Outside of games or outside of Sega games? Well, okay. I mean, I've done Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, kind of whatever's inspired me as a youth. The current stuff I'm working on now is kind of a combination of comic book, older cartoon stuff, and things like that. We did a track called Miles Morales with Tribe One, who's an Atlanta native as well. And track came out really awesome. It was all about the new Spider-Man and how his story was kind of similar to ours as kids of color coming up, and just being a little bit different and trying to find your way in a world that isn't ready to accept you. And I thought there was so many parallels, and that's usually what I try to do. It's not just me telling a story of a game start to finish. It's usually about finding a parallel within my own life or within the life of other folks that I've worked with. Me and Richie Branson just finished a new track for my new album, which is all about video game boss characters that are solely leveled up, totally OP. So the song's called OP, and I'm really looking forward to dropping that. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, the guys around me that I work with, they keep me inspired and keep me going. But I think it's mainly just finding a similarity somewhere in the narrative and then being able to relate to that,
So you're going to give me that track, right?
Of course. We're going to let you world premiere it. The album doesn't come out till September, but I'll make sure you got it first.
Now, one other question. I noticed one time, because you usually do video games and everything. I noticed that you had Attack on Titan shirt on. So I'm a little interested to see. Do you like Attack on Titan? Maybe we'll see you come out of your world and maybe do a rap about it.
I love Attack on Titan. My only thing is I don't know, the part of the rapper ego in me is like I want to be the first. And if I'm not the first, I don't necessarily want to touch it. So Richie's done it. Some other folks have done it. I mean, if you search Attack on Titan rap online, you'll hear a couple. A good friend of mine, Phil Hansen, did a great Attack on Titan rap called Death to the Titans. I got to send you that, too. It's really cool. It was on our EP we did together called The Returners, which came out last year. So between that and so many others, my man IQ is working on an entire Attack on Titan EP, and I'm helping him with that. I'm actually featured on it, so you will hear me rapping about Attack on Titan when that comes out. But as far as doing it myself, I got to be the first, man. Like if it's something that, like me, I'll be the guy who would, if everybody's doing Attack on Titan, I'm gonna do a Sword Art Online or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I'll go to a different anime or to a different series altogether that I like and work on something around that. And so that reminds me, I think I am going to do something Sword Art Online related at some point.
Well,
I don't know yet. I don't know when. Like I got so much stuff in the pipeline, but I think I am.
I have a site, right, for that?
I think I'm familiar with it. Tell me more.
Well, I won't take too much more of your time. Is there something coming up that you want to promote, that you want the people to know about?
Well, it depends on when this is going to air. When is this coming to the interwebs?
Oh, probably in the next couple of days, hopefully.
Awesome. Okay, in that case, I'm going to the UK June 8th to 15th. So if anybody out there is across the pond, come and see me and the rest of my chums. Wait, no, they don't say chums. They say mates. Yeah, the rest of me and my mates will be across the pond doing shows in London and Dublin, Cambridge, and a couple other places. So check out megaran.com/shows. After that, myself, K. Murdoch, Brental Floss, and Samus will be on the road during the Forever Famicom 5th anniversary tour. And we will be all over the place, starting in New York City, going we're going all through the Northeast and the Midwest. So check that out. There's a really awesome poster online. It's got me as Mega Man, of course. K. Murdoch as some cool samurai hybrid. Samus as Samus. And Brental Floss as Bonk from Bonk's Adventure, which I thought was a cool twist. But that starts June 20th in New York City. So I'll be all over the place until this new album drops. So be on the lookout. And I have a super special surprise in like 2 months. So check back to me in 2 months. I can't talk about it, but it's a special surprise.
All right, we'll check back in 2 months. Well, thank you for taking the time out, man. I appreciate
Anytime, dude. Anytime.
And we got some more geeky interviews coming from MomoCon.
Geeky.
And we'll see you later.